Hello everyone. Hope y'all seen where I was going live at 9 o'clock. It is 9:02. I didn't do bad. So I wanted to hop on here just a few minutes and just for a few seconds show something to you. I was thinking tonight as I was sitting getting my kids ready for bed and things like that, that our kids are going to be going back to school. And we're getting into the season where we're getting into cold and flu season. And I know that you're just like me and you really hate to see your kids continue to be sick. And you hate to see, them laying miserably on the couch when they have the flu or strep or any of those things. And I have something that I want to share with you and show you, because we can change them getting flu and strep this winter. We can drastically reduce that amount as they're in school. And so I want to show you. I have here just a whiteboard, and I am going to place what is called Germ Glow on it. And what this does is it's just going to let you see the simulation of where germs are and how they work. And so I'm going to tilt this down just a little bit where you can see that I am going to do this. And I want to show you. So we get kids that they are in the classroom and they sneeze on the surface, and then they touch their friends, and they sneeze again and they touch their friends. And we use, mostly in schools, we use a wipe. We pass these out during the school year, and we tell the kids to wipe down the desk, or we tell them to to wipe their hands with or anything. Just curious if any of y'all have actually ever turned around the back of this container to read it. Because what it says is, in order to sanitize, this must remain visibly wet on a surface for 4 minutes. Tell me how many of you actually left it for 4 minutes. Does that janitor at your school leave it for 4 minutes? Does that janitor in your nursery at church leave it for 4 minutes? Most of us don't, because most of us know that we absolutely we don't know that we're not using these correctly because we don't read the back of the container. So first and foremost, I would ask you, go read this container, because one of the other things you're going to see is it is hazardous to humans and domesticated animals. Do you really want to use a product that's hazardous to your children? So while it's telling you to remain visibly wet, you don't need to be touching it with your hands. How's that working? So what I want to show you is that we're going to take this Lysol wipe and we are going to wipe off our surface with one of these wipes. Now, this is just going to simulate a desk, okay? And we're just going to wipe it off. I'm going to turn off the lights and show you just what it's going to do. So, you can't really see me very well. Kelly, turn that back on a minute. Okay, so I'm going to wipe this off. And so what we think is that surface is clean because we have wiped this and we have left it. Okay, we're all done. Next kid, come sit at the desk and get all of those germs. But what I want to show you is underneath the black light, what is really still there. So let me show you. Hold on just a second, let me get my light on. Can you see all of those smear marks that are on there? See all of those marks? Does that look like it has been wiped off? Callie, come and hold this. So this simulates the desk and how those germs are still sitting on that desk. But what I want to show you is you can actually take a wet Norwex cloth, and I'm going to move this down so that y'all can see just what is on that surface. This is just a cloth with water, a Norwex cloth, and I'm going to show you how I can make a difference with this. Do you see that? So what we do is we can come off with a Norwex cloth with just water, and we can wipe that off and make a visible difference and take off those germs. But what we actually do is we come back with that rag, that wet wipe, and we wipe it right back on there. Please keep it right here. So we get that right back on the next desk that we wipe off. But if we use a Norwex cloth, we can continue to remove those. But instead, we choose to use what everyone says works, and we come back and we wipe another desk. But notice how I can keep taking this same cloth and wiping this, and you're seeing that it's removing. So what would you want to use in your kid's classroom? Would you want the teacher using one where she wipes every desk and reapplies, or would you want her using something that actually gets it off? Parents, this is how we are actually going to stop flu viruses in the classroom. Last year alone, there were schools that the entire classes were canceled because of germs being spread and so many kids being sick. And so this is our way to change that, to actually go and clean those desks effectively. And so if you want any information on this, on how to help your teachers get their classrooms actually clean, or if you want to actually, if you're a teacher and you want to know more about Norwex, this is simply an Enviro cloth and water getting all that off. And let me show you one more time just what it does. Hand me my, Callie's helping me a minute. So I'm going to show you these germs. Simulated. You can see it all over it. And then I'm going to show you how I can literally wipe it off. Hold this. Sorry, I can't do that with two hands. So, do you want a board that has been, a desk that has actually been wiped where nothing's on it? Or do you want to continue spreading those germs? So, if you have any questions, turn it back on there. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I would love to talk to you about it. But my desire really and truly is for schools not to be shut down because of germs, for churches not to be shut down because of germs. But we're going to get into this next flu season. We are already seeing people in our area with strep and flu already. And so this is a way for us to cut down on that. Even in your home, wiping off the light switches, that's where everybody touches. Wiping off your refrigerator handles, that's where everybody touches. If we keep those surfaces that everyone touches in our home wiped down with just a simple Norwex cloth and water, we can keep flu and strep down. We have a solution, guys. We just need to use it. And so I mean, you've heard me talk about it before, but this is really my passion, is trying to keep those germs away from our kids, because I desire that no other kid is sick. Like mine stayed sick for 2 years and ended up in the hospital for 8 days. This can change that, and it can keep things cleaner around us. So if you want to know more, just contact me, private message, or if you have my phone number, text me, and I'll get you all the information you need. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.